Welcome back to Virtual Reality Game Dev Ed. This is the 7th tutorial video for our friend codename S. Alright, last time I kind of got cut off. I didn't notice I ran out of time. But this is right where we left off. What we need to do now is add a window on the back of our bathroom here. Okay, so hit Control R to make another cut. And this time we want 3 again. And we're going to have to do the same thing that we did on the other side, drop these down, except we really only need to drop down these two. So go to edges, select this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and go ahead and hit the delete button and delete all those edges. Now come into vertices, select this vertice over here and go ahead and delete that vertice because that's not the one we want. We want to put our window right here. So select these two vertices, press E for extrude, and we want to go down the Z axis, and we want to go -5 again. Click to select, and then select this vertice, this one at the top of there, this one, and this one. Press F to make a new face. Select this vertice, this vertice, this vertice, and this vertice. Actually, I already have a face put in there, so that's nice. Select this vertice, this vertice, and this vertice, and this vertice. And this created a face because I extruded out a line. Remember, that goes ahead and just makes a new face. Press F to make a face there. And now I need to put in the top and bottom of that window. So A to deselect everything, Control R, and this time I want sideways. Click there, and that looks good. A to deselect. Let's go ahead and click our edges again. Delete these two over here. Hold down Shift, click those, delete those edges. Go to vertices again. This vertice, this one, and this one. Click F again to make a new face. Okay, now go to faces, select this middle one, and delete that face. Alright, now we have the window on the back of our bathroom. Okay, now we need to go ahead and go back to the front of the house and put in a front door and a couple windows on the side of the front door. So go ahead and hit 1 to get to the front, home to center yourself, pull this down a bit. First thing we want to do is go ahead and delete all those faces on the front. We'll be making brand new lines for this. Go ahead and actually, you know what, one thing we want to do, we actually want this middle section. So A to deselect everything. Just go ahead and hold down your Shift and just select these ones on the side. That front door is actually the right, this center is actually the right size already. Go ahead and delete those faces, and now we have some interesting stuff. We want to, like vertices, select this one and this, and this, Actually, let's go ahead and make sure these vertices are deleted first before we even go in and put in more ones. Delete those vertices. Okay. Now select this. Actually, let's go ahead and delete these middle ones because we need to change the size of it. So delete those vertices and select all 4 of these here in the middle. Create a new face there, and then A to deselect, Control R to put in our loop again, and I believe I had it 4 on the other side. So now go to face mode, select this bottom one. Before we delete those, we don't want to delete those quite yet. We want to make sure we have those edges over here, or these vertices, to make this face here and here first. F again to make a new face there. Okay, now go back to face mode. A to deselect. Oh, I'm definitely facing the wrong way here, so flip the direction of that normal. Select these 4 faces and go ahead and delete those. Okay, now we need to put in our 2 windows here on the side. So Control R. And that's right, just 2. A to deselect, Control R again, put in 2, select, A to deselect, Control R, this time we're going sideways, put in your 2, left click, and A to deselect, Control R, put in your 2, left click, and now we go back to faces mode and select these 2 middle faces and click delete those faces. Alright, and that's it. That is, well, the basic design for the beginning of our house. Almost. Let's go ahead and select these vertices and put in these the middle walls for this room. Control Z, I selected the wrong vertice there. Make sure Control Z. It's not trying to let me go through it, so Shift, right click, and then press F to make that a face. And then come over here and do the same thing on this side. Just right click that will automatically unselect everything else. Hold down Shift, right click there, and there, and there. Then press F again, and then A to get out of it. And now we can put in doors for our rooms on the side. Okay. And here we want to Control R again. We don't want this door to actually be quite as big as the outside doors. So go ahead and do 6 cuts. Okay, and we're going to have to do some funny stuff and extrude it up where we want it to be. So go ahead in faces mode and select all of these faces. actually, A to deselect. Set with edges, select all of those edges. You want to use edges in this case because that will not delete the vertices. We do want these vertices on the bottom because that is how we're going to place our door. And hit the delete button and delete those edges. And come back over to vertice mode. And we want to delete this vertice and all of these over here. Those 4 vertices. Okay, leave these 2 from the back, the second and third vertice. Delete all those vertices. Okay, now select these 2 vertices, and we want to E to extrude, and we want it to come up the Z-axis, and we want it to go up 5. And left click to place it there. Now we want to put our wall back. So, oh, whoops. X will delete things if you just press X when something's selected. But the delete button on your keyboard, as long as you have it, works. If you don't have a delete button, the X button works. Okay. Hold Shift, select that vertice, this vertice, this vertice, press F to make a new face, and do the same on this side. Select all 4 of these vertices over here, and press F to make a new face. Okay, press A to get out of that, unselect everything, Control R, find it here, and we do want to make it the same height, so put in 4 cuts again. Okay, and how convenient to put in extra cuts on that wall for us, right where they need to be. Okay, go ahead in edge mode real quick, and A to deselect everything. Let's go ahead and delete all of these edges real quick. Delete those edges. Yeah, we probably want to delete the bottom and top one too. Delete those edges, and then come back into vertice mode and place your, or select all 4 of these vertices again, and press F again. It's facing the wrong way. We're actually going to solidify this wall, but it doesn't matter. Flip it for now. Go back to faces and select these 4 faces and go ahead and delete those. Now we have our door to the bathroom. Okay, another thing we need to do real quick is go ahead and put our floor back. So go ahead and select these vertices on the floor, hold Shift to select all of them, and right click to select them, and then press F to put in a new floor there. Okay. And do the same thing in the bathroom real quick. F, flip that normal, and A to deselect. And that's all the time I have for this video. I'll come right back. We'll add these inside doors there, and then we'll get into how to make a roof. We'll see you next time.